We are discussing a fortune of $1.4 trillion. Anywhere they want to go, they fly on private aircrafts. For them, whatever that glitter is gold. In this video, we will examine the trillionaire lifestyle of Saudi Arabia's richest family. Let's get into their extravagant lifestyles to see what they do with all that crazy money. Let's start with the net worth of Saudi Arabia's ruling royal family, which is an eye-watering $1.4 trillion. If that amount hasn't already made your jaw drop, here's a reference. It's probably obvious by now, but let's still mention it that the ruling family of Saudi Arabia is the richest family in the entire world. Is that $1.4 trillion with 10, 20, or 50 family members of the family? After all, how much money is that? 16 times more wealth than the British royal family. When you have vast oil reserves that were discovered 75 years ago, you know your fortunes change forever, and it will serve a life of endless luxury for generations to come. 4,000 princes, out of the 15,000 members of the Saudi royal ruling family, hold a range of executive positions, as well as leadership positions in businesses and advisory councils. As the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman is one of the most influential people in the world today, with an estimated net worth of astonishing $25 billion. As such, his decisions have a significant impact on the Middle East and the rest of the globe. Mohammed bin Salman, the son of King Salman, was born into the royal family of Saudi Arabia on August 31, 1985, in Riyadh. He succeeded to the throne in 2015. Salman's ascent to power was swift, and he is now acknowledged as Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler. In 2008, Mohammed bin Salman wed Princess Sarah bin Mashner, his first cousin. The couple has 5 children, 3 sons and 2 daughters. Together, with all that excess wealth and power, Mohammed bin Salman, also known as MBS, has initiated a number of reforms intended to modernize the nation and diversify its economy. He is regarded as a reformer and a strong supporter of women's rights, having taken steps to relax restrictions on women's attire and allow them to drive. His reforms have been warmly received by many Saudis and have attracted positive international attention. Mohammed bin Salman spends enormous sums of money on real estate, even football clubs and mega yachts. Let's look at each of his stunning and cherished possessions. Even though Mohammed bin Salman enjoys flaunting his wealth, the Saudi royals aren't without taste. They have an eye for art, not just regular art, but the most expensive pieces in the world in 2017. The Saudi royal family is obsessed with everything gold, from their multi-million-dollar gold-plated yachts to the gold-plated furniture in their opulent palaces. In addition to the pool, the chateau is supplied with a ballroom, a home theater, a gym, an underground disco, and an underwater lounge with fish tank walls. The spectacular interior of the magnificent Chateau Louis XVI, which bears the name of the French Sun King Gardens, with a classical French regal residence that are full of beautiful fountains, statues, and avenues of plants and trees because of the chandeliers and mosaic tiles. Even the indoor pool in the chateau's interior, which was constructed and decorated by French artisans, is aesthetically pleasant. He also made sure that his modes of transportation complemented the exquisite houses and pricey artwork. Mohammed bin Salman ensures that his fleet of cars and yachts are oozing with luxury. He owns everything from BMWs and Land Cruisers to Bugattis, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris. But he has a special affection for yachts, which he shows by lavishly spending money to acquire them. He purchased his first yacht, Pegasus VIII, in 2008. This opulent yacht features a helipad, golf driving range, theater, BBQ, dance floor, and bars. Serene, his second yacht, arrived at his house in 2015. He spent an astounding $689 million on this one. In fact, Bill Gates had once chartered this yacht for a stunning $9 million over the course of a week. The magnificent beauty is 134 meters long, or 439 feet, with a beam of 18.6 meters, or 61 feet, a drop of 5.54 meters, or 18 feet. It has an aluminium superstructure and is propelled by 8 MTU engines, which give it a powerful 22,000 horsepower. With a cruise speed of 15 knots and a top speed of 20 knots, a super luxurious vessel, up to 24 guests can stay in 12 staterooms with private decks on this luxurious mega yacht. and 52 crew members can stay in 30 cabins. The mega yacht Serene has 2 helipads, storage for a large submarine or a tender docking station, multiple pools, spas, a steam room, and a snow room. It also has something for kids, including a playroom with a climbing wall and the newest gaming consoles, a room with breathtaking underwater views, and the yacht also has an outdoor cinema. When people say that money can't buy happiness, you now have the Serene to consider. It's better to cry in the Serene than anywhere else in the world, right? And as if purchasing extravagant yachts, paintings, and mansions wasn't enough, the Saudi Arabian royals took a keen interest in sports. When it comes to football, why not have all the M? These oil-rich nations have all the M. Even though it took 2 years to finalize the deal, the Sovereign Wealth Fund of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, also known as the Public Investment Fund or PIF, has funded multinational corporations like Facebook, Disney, Starbucks, and Pfizer. How rich is the PIF? It is estimated to be worth an eye-watering $500 billion. This implies that the PIF is able to support their football team at any time. New York City, the football club, is 80% owned by Saudi Arabia, under the leadership of Mohammed bin Salman. And this year's biggest sports purchase has given fans of Newcastle FC new hope. The club has been harmed by investment for more than a decade, but now Mohammed bin Salman has purchased the club and turned it into the richest club in the world. Since he became the crown prince, Mohammed bin Salman has also been investing in Formula One and wrestling as part of the Saudi Arabian royal family's Vision 2030 strategy, which calls for shifting their focus away from oil. The work for a brand new one-of-a-kind in the entire world, a futuristic and digital city, already started in 2017. When you have trillions like the Saudi Arabian royals, it's easy to pour all your existing money into areas that are bound to thrive in the future. However, Mohammed bin Salman doesn't just live in the moment. He also plans way ahead into the future. Neon is the name of the city, and its ambitious and wealthy ruler has grand intentions to transform it into the world's smartest metropolis, a goal that is currently unachievable. The 170 kilometers, but a coastline strip in the northwest of the country, according to Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, will be devoid of automobiles and streets and emit no greenhouse gases. As Saudi Arabia aims to transition away from an oil-based economy, this remarkable smart city will be powered entirely by clean energy. The $500 billion megacity, which is scheduled to be finished in 2025, will have smart towns and cities, ports, enterprise areas, research centers, sports and entertainment venues, and will be spread out over a massive 26,500 square kilometers. It will also have several industrial zones and logistics areas, as well as a network of airports, one of which will be international. The city's first phase is expected to cost an eye-popping $319 billion. The economic zone, that will have a capacity for 9 million people, is expected to have at least half that capacity by 2026 and 1.5 to 2 million by 2030, he said. And it is ultimately estimated to house 9 million people by 2045, half of which will come from the kingdom's public investment fund.